this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Rams will take possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They take the handoff now. Stafford. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
The first carry now for Kyren Williams. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action.
Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. And the Lions will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their 1st possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. And he runs this up close to midfield at about the 48. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Motioning Williams left. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he's stopped. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. They motion a receiver left. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Behind, caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Picked up by the Rams! Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they've got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And now it's 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Back Back to the air we go on second. Stafford able to find Nacua here. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They go with Williams on the counter. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
On second down, a run with Williams. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Short pass brought in. And he works this to the 38 before going down. We're a quarter of the way through. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
On second down, it's Williams again. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Working inside the red zone. Looking screen, but they intercept it. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. At the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick 6 touchdown. Well, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock, to have somebody in position for a pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted. Again, that is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. After the pick, Stafford back to the air. Finds his back, Kyren Williams. And he's out of bounds past midfield. Give him 24 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Throw left side, grabbed by Allen. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Stafford now on 1st down. This pass caught by Allen. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Stafford again. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they're the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
These 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
4th down, here's Stafford. He finds him beyond the marker. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Chooses to bring this one out. And that return gets a little more than the old touchback, Brock, but a little less than the new one. He's out between the 25 and the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving. 6 on the board, fellas.
Hurts now from the gun. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. It is caught at the 20. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions need only one to take the lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. Point after converted by Zuerlein. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. Fox now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Man in motion here. Stafford to throw again on 2nd. He puts some power on a deep one. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Stafford back to throw. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
2nd and 10 now. It's taken in by Williams. And they had that one contained right at the line. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Going from the pistol, Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. So that brings up 4th and long. Oh, and that's not going to do it. He hooked it. The kick no good. Wide left. And the deficit stays at 7.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
Receiver in motion, going left. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Throw complete to Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Kobe Durant has it. The 30. The 10. And he makes the Mets go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Offense trying to add to the defensive effort and turn 6 points into 8. He's throwing for it. He has it. And he goes out of bounds. Wow, major miscue there, and they're not going to get 2. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Hurts back to the air after the pick. Flush down out to his left. He takes it himself. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. They get 35 out of that one. 1. And that gives the Lions the first. So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Rams will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal units. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Slide's kick is up and good. And they've taken back the lead. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Fox now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. Able to find the Kua here. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. One play in, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Stafford. He's on the move. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Catch made by Mitchell. The ball's out, he lost it. Going the other way, Lions have it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Oh, he was fighting like mad to stay up, Brock. Extend that run, but we all know that also creates the opportunity to do what we just saw. Force a fumble. So do you knock him there? Or do you applaud the effort? Maybe a little bit of both?
Yeah, probably a little both. A little pat on the butt. A little reminder that ball security is job security.
The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. First down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll have the 1st down and even more. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Zuerlein with the extra point. And the Lions jump in front now by 5. Fox now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They pick the handoff now. Stafford escapes the pocket. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and he couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Metcalf's got it. Complete. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. The punt heads towards the sideline, not returnable. Well done. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's complete inside the 35. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions hold an 11-point advantage. Zuerlein on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. The Lions push the lead up to 12. Fox now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. He beams one deep right side. He's got it deep downfield. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. Has a lane past the 45. And he works this down to the 41. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. First and 10 from the 41. Here's Gibbs on the carry. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Has a lane inside the 25. And he will get this to the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Point after converted by Zuerlein. And the Lions push the lead up to 12. Fox now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Oh, put some heat on this deep. Oh no, they get him yet again. Jack Campbell with the INT.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
On first down, Hurts. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Running it with Gibbs. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
He's going deep this time. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Rams have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Throwing from near his own goal line. This one taken in by Chase. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. This... They're set up at the 35 now. Stafford now on first down. He fires one deep down the middle. Oh no, they get him yet again. Brian Branch has it. And the Lions are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
I'm just looking at this hourglass of sand, Kate, and realizing there's not much time left for this team. But the only chance they had was to create a sack right there.
Overloading the middle. Oh, someone got there. Now it's picked up inside the 30. And they'll take over well in the plus territory at the 23.
You could see the vulnerability right up the middle from the jump, and that's exactly where the special teams attacked. Pressure got through, had a straight shot right at the punter, who couldn't get it off in time.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Offense up to the line fast. 1st and goal, here's Williams. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. Call it 4 yards from there, partner, and still some ground ahead. 2nd and goal coming up.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Touchdown, LA! Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
This is complete to Gibbs. And this one doesn't go far.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got into the 27. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. Another one for Gibbs. Driving across the 15-yard line. Runs it in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions now lead by 10. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Is there a line with the extra point? And the Lions drive their lead to 11. Fox now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They go play action here. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Stafford to throw again on 2nd. He throws a bullet deep to the right. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Chase coming in motion right. On 1st down, here's Stafford. Catch is made in close. It's an LA touchdown. All right, here we go. Huge play for the Rams, going for 2. Going from the pistol, Stafford. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Look at this, the wideout. Oh, he lost the football. And he recovers his own mistake. He can keep going here. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Storms are minor, but you know she live in major. Again, it's Gibbs. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. A give left side for Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Third down run by Gibbs. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. The Lions readying for the punt. And he's going to try to avoid having a second one blocked here. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Allen there to haul it in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Back to throw. Try and push it deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. He'll look to throw it. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big gain downfield. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. Into the hands of Gibbs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Detroit calls timeout, gets second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Trying to push it deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Extra point upcoming, this to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Fox now to kick this one away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we assume our final snap. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. One final shot here. Trying to push it deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott.